Hello everyone, we're going to continue on with Music Level 1 from the Recipe for Success book. Let's look at the page that starts with Accidentals Happen, that's number 12. So our first pitch is G. You can go ahead and match my pitch here. Alright, and just to double check your fingerings, we have an F sharp coming up. We're going to use second valve for F sharp. And when we have F natural, back to first valve. So here we go. Accidentals happen. 1, 2, breathe. Excellent. Moving right along into introducing A. This is line number 13, starting on the same pitch that we just ended on, so I will not give you a starting pitch this time. 1, 2, breathe. Excellent. Let's move on. Line number 14, the tie that bends. So let's make sure that we are playing all of the ties correctly in this exercise. This is something that you might have to explain to beginning band students, where when two notes that are the same are tied together, we don't re-articulate the second note in the tie. We're going to pretend it's the same thing as a half note in this case. So when we see two C's tied together, we'll play them for 2 beats instead of playing 2 separate C's. If that doesn't make sense, go ahead and make a comment and I can clear that up below. So here comes the tie that bends. It also starts on the pitch that we just ended the last exercise on, so we will not do a starting pitch for this one. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. We are going to move on to All Tied Up, and of course it goes without saying, if you need to pause the video, rewind a little bit, and do an exercise a second or third time with the video, you are welcome to do that. But as we move on, let's do number 15, All Tied Up. This one starts on E, so I'll be nice this time and give you a starting pitch. Number 15. 1, 2, breathe. Here we go. Now we're into familiar territory, moving right along into Twinkle Twinkle, a classic for beginners. This is number 16 in the book. We're going to jump right in. It starts on the last note we just ended on. So C is the pitch we just played. We're going to start on C, so on no beginning note here. Starting right into Twinkle Twinkle. 1, 2, breathe. We are about halfway through our video for the day. We're going to go on to the next page, number 17, 2 plus 1 equals 3. This exercise the book is using to introduce the dotted half note, so just make sure that if you're a beginning student, you see that circled note, it says dotted half note, that is going to be 3 beats instead of just 1. Excuse me, instead of 2 because it's a half note, so dotted half note is 3 beats because of the dot. Here we go, line number 17, dotted half note exercise. I'll start with our pitch first. Here's our E. 1, 2, breathe. Excellent. Let's move on to grapes and apples. On this exercise, they're suggesting that we sing our G's as grapes and our A's as apples. That's just an idea to do with beginning students. We're just going to go ahead and practice playing it here. Our first note is G. I'll play our pitch first. 1, 2, breathe. You might have heard that on one note, the beginning of my note wasn't very clear. That happens to everyone, let me tell you. So just be sure that when you are playing, you focus your energy on your air on every single note so that the fronts of the notes are always clear. And as you're learning, you might begin with a lot of broken fronts or chipped fronts as we like to call them. But as you get older and as you keep practicing, make sure that you continue to use that focused air and that focused embouchure as you're playing in order to learn how to make less notes chipped at the front. Okay, so here we go. Here comes number 19, Minuet in C. We're going to start on note E. I'll play it for you first. 1, 2, breathe. Moving on to Nacho Fast. Some of my beginners really love this one just because of the name. This is number 20, starting with Nacho Fast. We'll be starting on a G. I'll play our pitch first. Nacho Fast. 1, 2, breathe. Great job. We just have one song left. I know we're just about at that 10-minute mark, but I am going to go ahead and finish out the page. Here is Song in G major. I'm going to see if you can use your good ear skill and hear that G in your ear before we play, even though I'm not going to give you the pitch ahead of time. So listen for that G. Think about what that G feels like. And pay attention to the key signature here. This is our first one with the key signature. It has an F sharp, so that means we are in G major or concert D. So here is our G, our song in G major. 1, 2, breathe. Excellent. And that's going to finish this video for today. Go ahead and rewind to any point to keep practicing, and practice as much as necessary with this recording and then also by yourself. See you guys next time.